Wait, stop. That's the one. Welcome to ZEN TENN Speaks, a show where I make new friends and reconnect with old ones. A show where everyone's stories may inspire you to tell your own story. In this podcast, we encourage everyone to get rid of shame, guilt, fear, doubt, and judgments for themselves and for others, and replace those with love, empathy, compassion, understanding, kindness, and to do your best in everything that you do. In essence, to get rid of things that no longer serve your well-being. To be true to yourself and be honest with others. No need to be politically correct. That's out the window with 2020. Here, we tell the raw, uncensored story. Your story. And tell the truth as you see it. Make sure you live your fulfilled life without permission or apologies. So, if you have a juicy, interesting, raw, unapologetic story and inspiring, please make sure to contact me at zentenn21@gmail.com. It is ZENTENN21@gmail.com. Or you can find me on most social media platforms. You know it. The IG, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, OnlyFans. I mean, not really. But yes, OnlyFans. Just kidding. Not. As you may guessed it, my name is Zen, and welcome to the show.
But I want to go back to the suicide because it's such a potent conversation. Bro, you had such a lot of experience.
Dude, I'm gonna have I plan to have a solo video about this, and if you want to have a conversation video instead, we could do that too.
Yeah, basically I just want to like listen because I think we both understand each other perfectly well, and I think just like with the urine therapy, just testimonials, stories of transformation are where it's at. But isn't it interesting that what gives people back, I mean, literally, I'm just repeating what you're saying. It's not the stuff in your life, it's the freedom.
Yeah. Live free or die. And I do believe death is another type of freedom. That's a deep topic. But let's move on.
My guru, not my guru, one of my very close to my heart gurus is Neem Karoli Baba, who's here and here. It's from the book Be Here Now by Ram Dass. It's Ram Dass's guru. He said, worldly people don't die. That's what he said. And then he said, and this is a Hindu sage in the 20th century, he said this: worldly people don't die. Only Jesus died the real death.
Interesting.
What a story. Yeah. So that's my opinion on the afterlife.
Yeah, we could totally have a discussion about that. So tell us about Clean Slate.
One second. Whoever is listening to this loves you at this point. This is a long conversation. The root brand, Clean Slate, is a nano zeolite, and nano is a word thrown around a lot today, but with good reason. Sometimes it's thrown around by bad companies, so that's no good. But nano is good because it means it's bioavailable. So much bullshit supplementation is not bioavailable, does not get absorbed by the cell, and literally just gets peed out, right? Those things get peed out. So if you're worried about, something, I'm peeing out, well, just re-ingest it with your urine, by the way. Yeah. It was already in your blood in higher concentrations than it's in the fucking urine, so it ain't gonna poison you. Clean Slate is a nanozeolite. A zeolite is a rock, a crystal that can bind to positively charged toxins because it is a cage structure, a honeycomb cage structure of a crystal with little chambers in the middle. And the whole cage structure is extremely negatively charged. So it pulls out toxins in the system safely and effectively, and then replaces where the toxins are bound in your system with what belongs in those places, which is also important in the process and must happen simultaneously. Otherwise, you get something called mineral gapping, or the poisoning just returns to the binding site. But that wouldn't happen with clean slate because it binds so hardcore. The binding site where minerals like to, or where poisons like to hang out, is the mineral binding site. So not only is our soil depleted in good minerals, but we are full of poisons which are mimicking those minerals and screwing up our body's processes. And you get really, really stuck in there. And so the problem is some of the worst poisons are really potent, are really stuck. So you need something that can get those. So you can't fast mercury out of your system. You can maybe a little bit if you go super fucking hardcore. It's very difficult because some of the worst stuff you just can't get out even by some of the most profound natural healing methods. Now, aged urine, maybe, if you age this, it becomes way more negatively charged. But the thing is that clean slate is just targeted and extremely negatively charged and works great in conjunction with urine therapy. You think, well, if we're pulling out toxins and it's a mineral and the urine, the kidneys regulate mineral levels. So, the clean slate is probably going to be coming out in the urine. Yes, it's probably coming out in the urine. So it's got poisons in the urine then. Even though the thing is the only reason that the poisons came out in the urine is because it looks like a mineral to the kidneys, and it looks like a mineral to the kidneys because it's bound, the toxin is bound by the clean slate, which is a mineral. This cage structure is a mineral. So the kidneys go, a healthy negatively charged mineral that isn't needed by the system, let's pee it out. And then I've been re-drinking my clean slate urine since November of last year, nearly a year. And I'm not dead. Also, it goes a little deeper, the detoxification process, if you drink your pee when you take the clean slate. But here's the thing. There's a kid who's like younger than me who is taking one drop and it's like changing his life. He's sleeping way better. He had MRSA, all kinds of mold issues, but it all it's all caused by toxicity. And literally one drop is changing his life. He's a total convert. One drop for about 2 weeks. You work up to 10 drops in the morning, 10 drops in the evening. But I've been using this for like over a year and I just am in love. It reduces the amount of food I need to take in because the cleaner we are, the more efficiently our body works on all levels, and you just need less and less. So in becoming self-sufficient and self-autonomous, addition by subtraction is the frickin' method in all areas of life. Addition by subtraction. And that's literally a slogan that this company uses. That's what this is doing. It's adding to your life by taking away the poisons which are subtracting from your life. And there's a lot of bullshit companies in the zeolite space, but people behind this have incredible experience and incredible integrity, especially the scientist who invented this stuff has worked for a lot of these pharmaceutical companies and knows exactly what is needed to combat some of the poisons that we're exposed to. She worked for Pfizer. Biogenetic, Dr. Christina Ram, wonderful person, adjunct professor at Harvard, and Clayton Thomas, who's been in the zeolite space for 25 years. They're married, and they founded this company, Root. Quality is everything with this. That's the issue with other zeolites is, well, they'll get them from the earth, and what a zeolite does is it binds to poison. And they give you stuff that's already been bound to poisons in nature, and then those poisons like freaking resettle because the clino is not clean or high or strong enough. So they engineered a process to make nature more powerful with this. So don't just go out and buy a powdered zeolite. It's probably got poisons in it, and it's not made to be integrated into your body. They have to make it super small. and a broad range of particle sizes. So you can't just make it small, you got to make it a broad range of particle sizes and like an even amount of the broad range of particle sizes, which is a very complicated scientific thing to do. It's called fractionation with magnets, polarization, all these processes that they use on this little baby here. So it's nature respectfully amplified to remove positive. It's very negatively charged. That's key. That's why this works, because most all toxicity is positively charged. How simple, how profound that pollution is everything and it's all positively charged. Like, God damn, that's simple and so important. It's like you don't have to go to university to figure that out, you know? Oh, God, I'm in love with that idea. Clean slate will change your life.
So where can someone find that? And
Yes,
what's the name of that bottle?
This speaks to the business model that Root has. So this bottle is Clean Slate, which is one of 3 products that the Root. Let's do this. Clean Slate by Root helps the body naturally wipe out toxins. That's what it says. So the Root brand here has 3 products. You can go to the website, the Root brands or Root brand Clean Slate. Either of those phrases will get you there on Google. And then it'll ask for a referral code for you to be able to access the website. Now, what I like to do is just mention that I have a referral code and be like, talk to me if you want to use it, because people need to make their own decisions. And the only way that they'll really commit to something is if they decide to do it. And they basically need to show initiative for it to really work. And so I'll put it out there and then they'll ask me for the referral code. But if you've reached the end of this conversation, you're a very interested person. So here's my referral code. But here's the thing, it's like if Tennessee sets up an account, it automatically makes a referral code. And you can like change the referral code if you like accidentally make a bad one when you set up your account. I forget how that goes. And it's changed since I set up my account. So see on like my dashboard, go all the way down the left side at the bottom of the page, it says referral code. You can change it there or update it there, or even see what yours is there. Root is an amazing fucking business model. Okay. It's actually based off Amazon, and Amazon grew rather quickly. It's just more freaking humane because it's actually giving more value to the people who create value for the company, which is me recommending the product to people and taking the time to explain and being available to talk about your issues that you're probably going to experience if you start a serious detoxification program. He'll hook you up with testimonials that relate to your issue. I provide tons of value for the company. And what's best for me to do here is for Tennessee to use my referral code and then for you to use his. You tell your audience what your referral code is, the way you want to tell them. And then even if you give people your referral code and you aren't yet taking Clean Slate and you aren't versed in all the videos on YouTube, which are extensive and long and teach you a ton about environmental toxicology, you should go on there and just freaking pig out for a week on that, man. It's freaking great material.
Yeah, I love watching your videos, especially I've noticed you've done a lot more recently.
Oh, well, that's my YouTube channel. Thank you, kind sir. However, I'm talking about the Root YouTube channel.
I see.
Yes, that's really worth watching. So look, I know more about this than you. So, but still, you should use your referral code and just say, hey, I can't answer that particular question. Maybe Matt can, who's in my upline or something. It's just upline sounds like MLM, which this is not an MLM. There's no middleman, which has to buy the product and resell at a higher rate. It's all direct to customer, which is really ethical. And then they give tons of, you have to use the referral code to get access to the website anyhow, is how they set it up. Value to the people who provide value to the company. The product sells itself. That's the thing, is when you get people to try it. So the best thing you can do is buy a bottle for somebody. Yep. Yep.
What is your goal for the future?
My goal for the future is independence and peace of mind. And then to help people, I really feel this strong pull towards medicine. And it actually is in my chart a little bit. And I've always, because I've been a performer and I am a performer, I've seen performance as a group healing exercise. That's why I liked it, is because of the team working together in joy. That's why I liked it. So whatever is people working together to promote joy is my home base, and has always been my home base. So, if that's performance, that's performance. If that's spreading root, that's spreading root. That's spreading urine therapy, that's spreading urine therapy. It's all the same feeling to me. So thank you for asking that.
Yeah, I'm writing. I love, to me, it will be a tagline: independence and peace of mind.
Yeah.
That's very prized in life.
Yeah, happiness, I think a nice way to define happiness is peace of mind in daily living.
Yeah, definitely. I have practiced mindfulness and peace of mind years after my last real long-term relationship which ended, I think, 2014. And since then, I'm a problem solver. I'm not a complainer. I'm someone like, this is happening, why and how can I do better kind of person.
Yeah, good for you. I mean, what's your other option? What's your other option?
Complaining, having someone else do it for me, right?
I'm putting a lot of clean slate in the pee right now, so just watch that. Because I'm getting a new bottle in a couple days, so let's just do it.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! Supercharged. So negatively charged. All right, keep going.
Anyway. Yeah, I have found the value of peace of mind and being at peace here. Because what we tend to do or say is, it's his fault, it's her fault, it's their fault. And what about my fault? So I had to go in, clearing out, basically detoxifying my mind with all this craziness. And it's not about—
It's all detox. It's all detox.
All detox.
It's not adding. It's not adding. It's always even. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So peace of mind, I prize that a lot. And people will say, why are you single? Because I prize my peace of mind.
Because I don't prize my peace of mind.
and it does not mean that I'm better than people or I cannot find somebody because I'm so good. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means I practice intuition, I practice feeling energy, and I prize my peace of mind.
Bro, you went through a tough relationship situation this past year.
It's because I did not prize my peace of mind then.
Oh, well, no. What I wanted to say is just to those people that are like, oh, it's because you think you're too good. You're not looking for something. Well, dude, right. You just tried. You just tried.
I tried, yeah. and
so like whatever, you're still working on it.
Right. And last year, we're talking about integrity because I let all of that go. And I love that experience 100% because I've seen my eyes are open wider. And funny thing is, quick story, I don't believe you love someone and you stop loving them. Or love can turn into resentment. Funny thing is, I love him more than I did initially. But listening to my guru, if I heard him correctly, or if I can repeat it correctly, Sadhguru says, when you fall in love, it's actually you fall in love with yourself and you discover new things about yourself that brings up the emotion of love. So therefore, anything that comes out of you is you. And when you do it to others, just like when you're so nice to me, I'm not saying it as, I don't see it as, oh, Matt's supposed to be nice to me, and when he's not, I'm so offended. I am blessed by your presence, and I'm blessed by you being nice to me. And that's if you ever were not, or anyone else at work, you probably have your own experience. People who are not nice to you at work, and I had my experience being in a kitchen. I don't go like, oh, how dare they? I'm still am grateful by the energy toward me, because it's what I do with what comes out of is my own. So it's what I do with what they present to me, or what I perceive them present to me, is what the gold is.
Well, there's many ways to describe this, and I like that you picked the interpretation one. Is that, of course, we are interpreting all of our experience. It's going through our mind, and one of the most profound ways to say that is like, all you experience is your nervous system. That's all you ever experience. That's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact. So it's like there's some really hardcore facts that support this. You know.
Yeah. So peace of mind. I love that. Independence and peace of mind. And you know what? I don't have a 2021 tagline. So can I borrow that as my tagline?
Dude, gladly. I mean, you know, of course I put it that way because you helped me clarify it during this conversation. And it really is how I feel. So anyway, mutual, and damn, you're good at expressing gratitude, bro. I usually just say thank you and feel like,
Well, I've learned to express that because, okay, I don't remember why, but
oh, it works, you know, gratitude.
But I think one thing that I did is I've learned to just express, and I've learned that anything you tell anyone based on how they receive it can do two things.
Yeah.
Perfect example, we can practice. I can say, Matt, I love you. You can get two, you can have two, you could possibly, there's possibly different experiences, but you could possibly have two, let's just say. You could receive it and feel the same and feel like, oh, great, Tennessee loves me. Or you could feel like, ew, how dare you love me?
Oh, yeah.
You know? So I've learned to, if it comes here through my heart and is good and clean, to tell people how I feel, because you never know what that does for somebody.
Yeah.
Or even a simple thank you to the cashier. You know what I've learned to say last year to people? Thank you for working today.
Oh, that's nice.
Especially because of COVID.
Yeah.
I've seen on videos, people are angry with the cashier. They're still fighting. And I'm like, if 2020 does not teach you to be grateful to the workers who went out to work when we were sitting in our butts, I don't know what else will teach you in this life.
Yeah.
So even on the phone, I tell people, thank you for picking up. People are saying, thank you for a patient. I say, are you kidding me? Thank you for working today. Thank you for fixing this for me. Even if they did not fix it, when they say, hey, can I get your feedback, if nothing was fixed, I said, although what we tried to do was not fixed, and I know you're getting paid for it, but regardless, I thank you for your patience with me. And let's say if I'm feeling heated, I usually tell people, I am mad or angry about the situation at the present, and I will calm down and know that it's not at you, because I'm grateful for you being here listening to a blah, blah, blah person. So I've learned to express those things, because that person, let's say that person probably went to work, they hate their life, they wanted to die after work. Me saying that could have changed their life entirely, that I don't know.
Yep.
So I've learned to express that, even at work, to the chefs, even people who are like mean to me at work. I don't know when that started. I guess I started practicing. So, but I've also noticed, which that's why I made the example of saying, if I say I love you, could have been offended, because I've noticed when I tell people, I've noticed people are not used to those things. And I know if I
love hurts,
you can receive it.
Huh? Love hurts.
Right.
And I mean, why? It's because it's exposing the places where we don't love ourselves.
Right.
Energetically, fucking blocks. I'm numb in this part of my body because I have never brought attention and care to that part of my body. And your love has the power to wake up my senses to such a degree that I start to feel all this shit I never felt. And then I go, oh, I've been so shitty to myself. I didn't realize.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you brought a memory. I remember I was dating someone, and then he's like, I feel uncomfortable that you like me so much. He didn't say, I think he wants to say, I just like myself so much that, like, he said something like, why do you like me so much? Because I see something in him, and I have my own experience. And it's like, why do you like me so much? And what do you want from me? And he says, like, I'm not even offering you anything. First of all, he's not offering anything physical yet. He wasn't, or even materialistically.
Yep.
And why do you like me so much? What am I offering? And my response is, first of all, why do I need to like you? Because that's who I am. Why do I need? I'm not, or I practice non-partialment. Was that the word? I don't love with conditions. I respect everyone equally.
Yeah.
I love everyone equally. So my thing is, why should there be a condition for me to like you, first of all? And second, I'm liking you because of the thing that's triggering me. Because we had intellectual conversations. We stay up all night, all day. And as I mentioned, we were not intimate at all. And I mean, intimate as in physical. And it was charging something inside me.
Well, you mentioned the other way love hurts. So the first way love hurts is what I mentioned before, is somebody loves on you and that lights up your sensitivity. And so the parts in you that hurt, where you're not loving yourself, are revealed. Mm-hmm. The other one is when you're loving somebody and they don't love you back. That, let's see, how do I describe this? I've been so smooth, I lost track. If we feel like we're loving an other that's outside of ourselves and they don't accept it, then, well, obviously, I guess our love is going to feel like it's not good enough for the big other, which is a big psychological phenomenon. The real fundamental thing about relationships is that you feel like whoever it is the other. Mm-hmm. And that relates to our deep early psychological trauma with our parents, who are the big others, and the core of the super ego, which is the big other of government, parents, and then people who we project our issues with the big super ego of the government and parents on intimate relationships. So if we don't get love from the other, it threatens our feeling of safety on the level of like the early childhood trauma with our parents. So it's big safety issues. And then if we don't feel safe, that's very similar. It highlights all the parts of our body that don't have self-integrity, independent self-integrity in our energetic system that's reliant on the other, reliant on the superego. So you get that sense of internal pain, which is the same as if, of lighting somebody else's pain body.
Such interesting. I love experiences, especially when they're challenging or hurt, because I feel like a scientist. I'm in it, like experiencing it in the deep of it. And
you'll like this.
I love that shit.
Suffering is a rare species of butterfly that will fly away. If you get too close, move too fast, or try to touch it, you have to be so gentle and just look, and maybe it'll show itself to you.
Yeah.
Very rare butterfly.
Yeah. So tell us about your YouTube channel. I love it, and I will show it to people in the description. So can you tell us?
Yeah, my YouTube channel is a combination of product promotion, because there's stuff I believe in. Some of those things I'm affiliated with, most importantly, Root. but also things like the Analemma Water Wand, which is a water structuring stick, which the reason why I'm not showing it to you today is kind of broke it because I was holding onto it too much. It doesn't break easily. It like part bent, and then I held it at the wrong angle and I fell asleep and I broke it. But anyway, I put it into a jug of water that I have. So I still have it in some way. But anyway, it's a brilliant water structuring wand. So the YouTube channel is a combination of products, my story to help people who are healing, learn some of the lessons that I'm learning along with me, and then share my testimony, because that's the most powerful way to share anything and tell people about it. And some of my spiritual practices. But I'm trying to provide concrete information that I'm getting from a lot of other experts. So yeah, like I have a very fluid mind, and I really like sharing the accomplishments of other people who are much more accomplished than I am. So I think that's where I get a lot of the value on my channel, is I'm just relaying information that's high quality from people that are way more qualified than I am.
Awesome. So I know I will put the description, but for the camera and voice, can you tell us where someone can find you if they need your to talk to you or your expertise?
Oh, sure. So my YouTube channel is Matt Sena. And then at the bottom of all those videos is a link to my healing website. And then on my healing website, you can hit the chat button or go to my contact information on there and get in contact with me about any of this stuff. Other than that, my email is Matt, 2 T's, B as in boy, Sena, SENA, @gmail.com. My name is Matt Sena with 2 T's, SENA. That's about it. Well, just thank you for all the time. And clearly we're just having a ball here. So, that's why it's going so long. But I think this whole conversation has been high value and extremely important. There's nothing like, end times to clarify priorities. So, also the other thing I wanted to say is, Anthony Bourdain was such a sage because he worked in a kitchen. There's some really great quotes about that, but God, that's a high stress environment. So I've grown a lot working in catering. I know Tennessee has as well. And remember people to love on your wait staff. My God.
Say what?
Just people should remember to love on their kitchen and wait staff. It's a very demanding job. And of course, restaurants are struggling right now. And they basically want to destroy the middle class and the middle class pleasures. So yeah, we gotta spend our money wisely nowadays, don't we?
Yeah, totally. And people, we need to invest in independence, and peace of mind is very important. And I had to discover that sometimes last year. So that means if you work in the food industry or anything, when I don't remember exactly like which, but I need to practice that more. And I don't have arguments much in my life anymore. And I guess I'm not seeking them out. But I remember asking a partner one time when there was an argument, I asked, what is the goal? What do we need to achieve with this conversation?
Oh, that's tough, yeah.
And if we have this specific thing, then we can direct our heads into that specific thing. And if there isn't, I would say, I would love to have peace of mind. Would you join me? And then I'll know if they want to join me, then I know they want to continue this journey. And if they don't, then that gives me the answer if they want to even have any ship with me, kind of a thing. If someone said, I want peace of mind, I value peace of mind. So you don't want to be a shipmate to call. So yeah. So with that, thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate your time and your patience. We tried this so many times.
Oh yeah.
And I think we enjoy talking to each other, so it makes it so much better.
Yeah, bro. Anybody who's interested in urine therapy is a water brother or a water sister. So And I like to say water brothers got to stick together. So I'll do anything for a water brother.
Awesome.